In our home!
No pot.
Adar was rallying all the orcs for a pre-battle pep talk. They were to depart that very night, determined to raise the entire elven watchtower, led by Adar. The orc army formed a long line, torches held high, battering rams in hand, and arrived at the watchtower. When Adar pushed open the gates, he found it empty. He immediately ordered a search, and during the search, Adar was horrified to find the broken sword embedded in a stone carving, the very same Sauron's broken sword he was searching for. After a thorough search, however, no trace was found. Suddenly, an elf appeared and felled an orc. Arundel began fighting the orcs alone, but how could one man withstand an entire orc army? He lit a torch and fired it at the beacon tower, burning through the reinforcing cables, causing the tower to collapse instantly. Then Arundel closed the city gates from the outside. All the orcs were trapped beneath the tower, their only fate sealed. Seeing this, the villagers in the distance cheered excitedly. However, this brief victory did not mean they were completely out of danger. Large numbers of orcs were still arriving from the foot of the mountain to reinforce them. Taking advantage of the daytime, they needed to arm themselves. The villagers divided the work, setting traps and taking all necessary defensive measures. Soon, it was night. Theo took on the responsibility of protecting the elderly, women, and children in the tavern. All the young villagers had to take up arms and go to the front lines to await the orcs' arrival. The long line of firelight stretched as far as the eye could see in the distance. The number of orcs was immeasurable. Everyone returned to their posts according to plan. The mighty orcs had reached the village entrance. At the crucial moment, Browen, in a panic, couldn't start a fire, completely disrupting everyone's plans. In this crisis, she grabbed a scythe and rushed out. As the first villager fell, Browen launched a surprise attack from behind with her scythe, then picked up a torch from the ground and lit the straw on the cart. Another person cut the ropes, allowing the cart to block the orcs' advance. Then another cart came from behind, blocking their retreat. Archers lying in ambush on the rooftops emerged to reap the rewards, but the orcs quickly broke through the defenses. They charged towards the tavern with their battering rams, and just as the rams were about to hit their targets, civilians lying in ambush on both sides of the road suddenly attacked, shouting that they were fighting for the southern lands. A fierce melee ensued, and the orcs quickly pulled the archers from the rooftops to cover their attacks. Arundel had just dealt with one orc when a large figure appeared behind him, tossing him dozens of meters into the air. The orc wasn't about to let him go. Against the towering orc, Arundel's attacks were ineffective. He grabbed a metal weapon and stabbed it repeatedly into the orc's legs, finally striking his eye. Even then, the orc didn't fall. He grabbed Arundel by the neck, and just as Arundel was about to be killed, Browen suddenly attacked from behind, saving him. By then, all the orcs had been killed. Just as everyone was celebrating their victory, Arundel looked down at the corpses on the ground and suddenly noticed something unusual. He was puzzled. Why was the orc's blood bright red? But when he lifted his armor, he discovered that the enemy before him was actually his own people. Everyone had fallen for their trick. The real orc army had only just begun their attack, and countless arrows flew towards them. Browen was shot in the chest by an arrow and fell to the ground. Arundel held her and ordered everyone to retreat to the tavern. Adal once again led the orc army to surround the tavern. Everyone thought they wouldn't see the sun rise tomorrow. Every impact was terrifying. Time was running out. Just then, a large group of reinforcements appeared on the distant horizon. They finally saw hope.